don't think, I think it's such a great place in Canada to be. Isn't it something?
So beautiful.
I'm not going to move.
So perfect.
It's just really perfect.
I mean, this is our life.
What?
No, but I mean, think of when you remember this time, this is what your mind will remember. The way it looks right now.
I know.
You know, less tango.
What'd you just say?
Last tango in Pacific Palisades, in that abandoned apartment.
Talk louder and say that again.
Okay.
This is what?
Sort of like the last tango at Pacific Palisades. You know, in Las Tango there was that abandoned apartment that you know, Marlon Brando and Marie Schneider sort of had hair like hers, but they were at this abandoned apartment, and he was kind of her father, I think. I don't remember it that well, but you know, it was crazy. It was like it was a world apart from the rest of the world. You know,
Is California like that? What do you think of the light in California? When the light falls on you in California, what is it like to you?
It's this kind of lull. This.
Don't just for a minute. Put your hands there and like look at the ocean and like just talk about the lull.
It's kind of a lull. I mean, everything is always so placid, peaceful on the outside. You forget that inside you're violent. You know, and things, you begin to become hyper aware. I mean, the light is full and it smiles on you sort of warmly, but inside you can be pretty angry sometimes. So you become really sensitive to the little subtle changes. Someone can say something to you and you think you react strangely. You think they meant more.
What's the two strangest thing? Oh, wait a minute. I've got it. Okay. In that position, just keep on going. Just meditate and be calm and think, get your mind thinking, and redact a story. Now, when you were like in the 60s, what was your favorite TV show?
In the 60s, it was Beverly Hillbillies.
Okay, the Beverly Hillbillies. Now, think for a minute about all the episodes, and we try to remember one with a beginning, a middle, and an end.
The one that I guess I really always liked because of the whole thing with Granny used to make that brew, you know, and she wanted to make, well, somehow Jane conned some of that love brew out of Granny. Remember Jane, you know, the secretary to the banker, Mr. Drysdale, and so she conned some love brew out of Granny so that she could give it to Jethro, to make Jethro fall in love with her because she really had hot for him. And somehow it strangely got to Mrs. Drysdale, who fell in love with Jethro. And of course, you know, went crazy, and Jethro couldn't even believe. And then I think that Mrs. Drysdale's dog, you know, the one that always had to go to the psychiatrist, got some of the love brew and fell in love with one of the plant that's weird animals, like maybe the goat. So it was like all really strange. And Mrs. Drysdale was driving around in her Cadillac chasing Jethro, and Jane didn't even get any love at all. Poor Jane. And I think then it finally ended up that Mrs. Drysdale fell in love with her husband, which really shocked him. And Jethro didn't even get anybody either. It was great. It was terrific. And they all fell in the pool. You know how they always would do the cement pond? God, that was a great show.
What, do you remember the Addams Family?
Yeah.
Okay, but don't say remember. And just like, just to do that same thing again, but don't say remember like we're talking to somebody. We're just like, give the facts.
Wait, stop.
No, keep it going.
Well, I mean, it was
Just talk to me. It's just tape. Doesn't
Well,
matter.
and Morticia and Gomez, I think someone wanted to buy their house one time. And they, of course, you know, thought they could make a big killing on it. And I don't even really know how they got their money, but I don't even think they really needed money. And they really didn't live in a way that you would think that they had money, but of course everyone knew that they did. Maybe the Hand always brought it up. I don't know where they got their money. But anyway, somehow this bizarre con artist, you know, like from the American Legion or something, wanted to buy it for a post or something. And so they offered them a great sum of money. And then Cousin It knew what was going on and like came in and was telling them, and nobody could understand what Cousin It was saying, but they realized it, and they didn't sell their house, and that was great. And I think, I don't know what thing, something else, maybe the niece came in and fell in love with the guy from the American Legion and was going to marry him, but Cousin It warned her again, and they were really all okay, thank God. Because it would have been terrible. She was a dear girl, and if she had married that stupid guy from the American Legion, the house would have gone.
What about I Dream of Jeannie? Any one episode?
I Dream of Jeannie, okay, let's see. Well, I Dream of Jeannie wanted to go to this party that they were giving at the base, and for some reason, they didn't want her to go because he was afraid that she would, make some magic and do something. He actually wanted to get this special promotion. And the guy, the psychiatrist, was thinking that he was having a nervous breakdown. And she wanted to go and protect him so that he wouldn't do anything neurotic because he was going through stress, I think. And astronauts can't do that. They can't have stress or they can't get to go on their missions. So he didn't want her to come because, of course, she would, twitch her nose or, make things happen. And also she wouldn't wear the right thing because those little genie outfits don't really go at those parties. And so she went and she did something totally wrong and she changed everyone into wild boar. And he just flipped out and she had to make time go back and everyone forgot it. So that was really good. See, the only time you make time go back is when you really do something bad. When time goes back, everyone forgets that they were wild boar. And she behaved perfectly and he did get the promotion. And no one even thought he was having a nervous breakdown.
Do you remember any episode of the Brady Bunch?
No.